Alright guys, my name is Damian Autry. I'm a filmmaker based in New Jersey, and I consider myself a new up-and-coming filmmaker, right? But at the end of the day, I have 5 years into my filmmaking journey, and if I could go back in time and talk to the younger version of myself, the version of myself that was first getting into film and just had a burning passion for film but didn't know a lot about it, didn't know a lot about storytelling, didn't know a lot about cameras, lenses, all this stuff, I'm pretty sure that there's some things that I can tell myself that can help me along my journey. So that's what this video is for, is to speak to the young up-and-coming filmmakers, people that might be in my situation right now. You have a few years in. I feel like in life we'll never really know everything, but you know, the people that are just starting out, these are some things that I learned throughout my journey, and the goal is that maybe there are some things that you might be able to take away. Okay, so if I could go back and talk to the younger version of myself, the very first thing that I would say is not to get too consumed by gear, right? And I know a lot of people talk about not getting too consumed by gear, or gear doesn't matter. I'm going to say right away from the get, right? Gear does matter, right? What we shoot with does matter. If that's the case, then we wouldn't buy gear. We'll just buy cheap cameras and all our lights and stuff off Amazon and just rock out with that, right? So it's definitely appropriate to get the right gear for the type of work that you do, but I would definitely tell myself not to get too wrapped up in all the latest and greatest new gear, right? We're in a day and age where you can go back for the last couple of years and all of these cameras are very, very sharp. They have a lot of dynamic range. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of camera gear that's really, really good and excellent in today's day and age. So I don't feel like you need to get too wrapped up in the latest and greatest, all the new things that's coming out, all the new YouTube reviews that's coming out. It's easy to get caught up in that cycle and focus on gear instead of focus on the things that's really gonna help you grow. My advice to the younger version of myself is find a camera that has decent dynamic range. 12 stops of dynamic range is probably good enough. Rock out with that, and rock out with whatever lenses you can afford that are actually good too as well. So not to just cheap out on lenses, but get decent lenses that you can afford, and everything after that invest into lights, audio, and your education. Okay, and then again, if I could talk to the younger version of myself, I will also tell myself to enjoy and embrace this part of the journey wherever you're at. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me be real with y'all. This could be life advice too. An older person once told me that you are what you dreamed you will be, or you have everything you dreamed to have 5 years ago, right? So 5 to 6 to 10 years ago, we all might have had dreams and aspirations, and a lot of times we worked for those things and we got it, right? Especially with filmmaking, right? I dreamed of being able to finally get booked for something, and now I'm able to get bookings. I might not be the highest paid videographer or highest paid cinematographer or have the highest paying production company, but I do have people that's willing to pay for my service, and that is a blessing in itself. You get what I'm saying? And I dream to have a camera, right? Now I have two. I feel like a lot of times we get caught up into looking at social media, looking at what everybody else is doing, and we as humans, we're always looking for more, which is a good thing, but it's important for you to embrace the level in which you're at within your journey, right? So I'm a new up-and-coming filmmaker. I have about 6 years in, but there's a lot to learn, and I embrace that. So I get excited when I go to shoots because I know the more I do this, the more reps I put in, the stronger I'm gonna get. You get what I'm saying? The better I'm gonna get. The more I work with other filmmakers, the more I collaborate, the more questions I ask, the better I'm gonna get. So that kind of leads me into the next thing I would tell myself. Speaking to a younger version of myself, I would tell myself that you will get better as your questions get better, right? So one thing that I learned is when I first got in, I would ask people around me or other filmmakers, I would ask them basic questions like, what camera are you using, right? Because I would see their work and I see that I love their work, I love the images that they're getting. I'm asking what camera they're using, but that's not an in-depth question. The real question should be, what lighting techniques are you using? What frame rates are you shooting at? The more detailed you get with your question, which will come with learning, the better and better you will get, right? So it's really just about seeking the right question, right? Asking the right questions will get you to where you need to get to faster. Okay, something else I would tell the younger version of myself is the best way to learn is to do. The best way to learn is to do. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's amazing to invest in your education and take courses and watch YouTube videos on how to do this and that, or whatever you're trying to figure out, right? But you're never going to get good at that if you don't go out and put the reps in, right? Because we are our best teacher. So it's important for you to embrace the fact that you're gonna make mistakes. For the first few years and even now, I feel like as a filmmaker, it's been constant disappointment, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that probably relate to me, especially in the beginning. I would picture how I want something to look, and then after I put it together, it would still be nice, but not exactly how I pictured it. Like, I still knew that I can get better, right? Because that's not really what I was looking for. Yeah, but despite that not being exactly what I was looking for, it was important for me to start embracing the fact that, listen, like, I'm going to get better. There's still room for growth, right? There's always gonna be room for growth. So the number one thing is just to get out there and be creative. Just go try things, all right? That's how you really get good in anything that you're doing in life. Sports, whatever it might be, go out there and do. You're never going to be successful in something if you don't actually apply it yourself. You could read about it 100 times over, but when you're in those situations and you have to learn how to react, you have to learn how to adjust, right? That's when you feel me? That's when you get good. Okay, and if I could go back, something else I would tell myself is the connections you make really matter, and the way you treat people matter, right? So this is something that I stress in everyday life, right? No matter who you meet, when you're working, when you're filming, just throughout your whole life, always watch how you treat people. Always talk to people, always connect with people, always leave people with a good feeling, because that's how I got to where I'm at now, to be real with y'all. I feel like there's so many talented people out there. A lot of times what differentiates one person from another is the connections that they've been able to build, right? The trust that they've been able to build. So whenever I'm working with somebody, whenever somebody asks me to work with them, help them out, second shoot, whatever it might be, I go in there and I treat it like if it's my own project, but like it's something that I'm very passionate about. And I don't even know why I said because that's the truth. It's something I'm very passionate about. No matter what I'm doing, whether it's my job, somebody else's job, I'm filling in, I'm helping out. Filmmaking is a team sport. It's not an individual solo sport. So go in, play your role to the best of its ability, and understand that connections matter, and the way you treat people matter, and the way you treat your job, that matters, right? So really stress that. Okay, and something else that I feel like separates a lot of really great filmmakers from the new up and coming filmmakers is their level of deep work, right? So if any of you guys have free time and you like to read, you guys should read a book called Deep Work by Cal Newport, I believe that's his name. What really makes something special is all in the little details, right? And that's something I'm still trying to master today, just getting as detailed as possible. And if you're able to do deep work, then you're gonna be able to be as detailed as humanly possible. So Deep Work, definitely read that book. Okay, and the last thing I would tell myself, not to keep you guys too long, is to not get too wrapped up in social media, and also just be myself, right? So for a long time, it's okay to be inspired by people, right? But don't just follow what you see other people do that inspire you, right? Find your own voice, find something that you feel like is very important to you, and follow that, right? If you love something, that's all that matters. So just keep putting out work that you love. And yeah, man, just try to stay off of social media. It's okay to go on and find inspiration every once in a while, but if you find that it's stopping you from doing all the things that you have to do for yourself, trust me, when it comes to mental health and filmmaking, mental health is a lot, imposter syndrome is a lot. I want you guys to focus on you, right? Like, just focus on you and just keep grinding, keep hustling, and you should get to where you want to get to. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be dropping more videos, and yeah, I appreciate all the love and support. I'm out.